Hi, this is Earth Angel Ascension, back with another video. Hope everybody's having a blessed weekend. Um, this video is going to be like an offshoot of the escaping the scapegoat role and black sheep of the family. I want to delve a little bit deeper into these narcissistic families from a spiritual point of view. That's where I want to hit this angle from. If you're the black sheep, the scapegoat, the empath of the family, you were born with like an anointing on your life, and you might have messed up and done some bad things, but the goodness in your heart like shines through all of the mistakes you made. And a lot of the reason you were chosen for this role is the people that you're amongst, the families you're born into. They see the anointing on your life. They see the blessing. They see the choosing of, Father choosing you over your life. And their job is to trip you up. It's not so much them, it's the demons in them that are coming through to just block whatever good that you're trying to accomplish here. You have a calling on your life. Some of us are here just to lift others up and show them that they don't have to not believe in themselves, or they don't have to accept what they were taught about themselves, or they don't have to be like everybody else in their family. They can be their own person. And if that means everybody in your family was like a firefighter, you can be a cop, or you could be a writer. And that's what we're here to do, is free others. And that's why they hate us so much, because the truth, also the reason they hate us, is the truth is on us. Yeah, somebody said to me, what comes first, love or truth? And I said, always truth. Love would be followed by after truth, because here's the thing. People are so afraid to offend others by speaking the truth that they go along and please that person. And that is not helping that person, because if you deny the truth to please somebody, you are not giving that person any value. How you give that person value is by speaking the truth. And then comes love. Because as long as you're saying to them what they're doing is okay, they don't have a reason to change it. And the only way you help somebody that's broken is by speaking the truth over them. It doesn't mean you have to be hateful. It means that you have to speak the truth first. And that's also the reason why you're scapegoated or you're targeted, is because you do speak the truth. And when you speak, the demons inside them, like they get angry because the truth comes out and you're of the Lord. Everything that you're doing, even like when you mess up, is your intention is correct. So in that dynamic of a narcissistic family, what they need you to be is that role. Because when you're that role, they don't have to look inside. So say, for example, everybody was a certain way and you were like the outcast. You were the only one out of all of them that was strong in your own person and spoke the truth, asked questions, and everybody else is, doing the opposite, living a fake life, wearing a mask, denying the truth. Then they're going to hate you. They're going to scapegoat you. They're going to want to see you fail. And they need you to be in that role, because otherwise, if you were your own person, that would mean they would have to go inside and work on whatever it is that they're unwilling to do. But as long as you're in that role, they don't have to do that. So you're kind of like the glue of the family in a way. They have to have somebody to blame. And the reason they blame you, like I said, is because you're like you're the black sheep. You're the fifth wheel. Instead, I have a car has four wheels. You're the fifth wheel. You do things your own way, and you actually do things correctly. So that's a threat to the system. If everybody's in the dark and you're in the light, guess what? We have to put out the light. Because as long as the light's here, then all of the family secrets, can't be hidden. So this is what this boils down to. And also they know there's a firmness in us that we're not going back into the world system. We're not. We already understand what it is. It's Father said that, a friend of the world is an enemy of the Lord. And that's absolutely correct. You can be in a religion, but they still deny truths. And why they do that is they have numbers and they think, well, if everybody else is in this system, I must be safe too. And that's not safety. Safety is being in truth. And truth cannot be denied. And when they come across us, they hate us. They hate us because they see the truth in us. So that's why you're the scapegoat, not because you're weaker, because you're stronger, and the stronger one must be eliminated. So the one that speaks the truth must be eliminated, because the whole system is dismantled when that person is not in that role. They have to go inside, and they're not going to do that. So be careful who you let in your life. This is, a really quick video about, like, don't allow people that have already shown to be somebody that's an energetic vampire, or somebody that wants you to be in this role, or somebody that wants to see you fail, or somebody that doesn't see any good in you. They don't belong in your life. They were put out of your life years ago, probably for a good reason, and the reason why they were, I believe, see, Father uses everything bad for good as well. The reason why this happened to you is so you can teach somebody else their truth, or you can lift somebody else that's, been taught that they don't have a right to be here, that they don't have a right to good things. So the way to heal this too is, I want everybody listening to this to wake up and start giving affirmations to yourself. I deserve good things. I am worthy. I am enough. I matter. I am matter. I was born matter. And since I am matter, I have a right to be here. I deserve beautiful and wonderful things because I'm a beautiful and wonderful soul. I have no limits on the life. I belong to the Lord who has no limits. And since being his joint heir to the throne, I don't have to accept their limits. And these are things, and I speak abundance over my life. I speak love over my life. I speak real relationships that are reciprocal and life-giving over my life. I speak success over my life. I am here to shine bright. And these are things you have to start saying to yourself and believe them. And if these people hate you, in the process when you're, building yourself up, it's because they're like crabs in a bucket. They just want to keep you in that role, like I said. So you have to separate from them. And that's the way you're going to heal and and cover your anointing over your life, is by separating. If somebody's doing something wrong, or that they don't want good for you, they don't belong in your life. It's that simple. So that's the way to separate from this role. And if there is fleshly stuff that you're dealing with, or addictions, you have to face it. You have to come and say, this does not control me anymore. I want to be free. Because as long as you're in addictions, be it sex, alcohol, drugs, this realm owns you. But the moment you break that addiction, you have power over this realm. That you don't have to accept anything they tell you, because you're living under Father's grace and sovereignty. And these beings don't own you when you're not consenting. It's all based on consent. So if I drink, I'm giving consent to these demons to have ownership of my life. If I have sex outside of marriage, I'm giving these demons consent to have ownership over my life. And you can't allow that. You have to stand sovereign, even if it means right to your last breath on this earth. Because, see, these things, we were put in this role, and they feel like they have ownership to us. They're not our mom. They're not our father. Our Father is in heaven. And they're going to want to keep us in this role because they want to take our energy, take our power. And because we had an anointing on our life, we have this Father's power on us. And they need that, because they can't be spiritually dead and feed off of others spiritually dead. They have to feed off of the living. And that's us. So if you do have an addiction in your life, bring it to terms. Don't blame them for that. They created the original rejection and shame and scapegoating, but it's no longer. You hold the cord now by separating, and you hold the cord by facing these addictions that numbed out this pain of rejection. You don't have to be rejected. The Lord is with you. If you're a scapegoat, you have a calling on your life by the Lord. And these demons know it, and that's why you were scapegoated, just to take your energy. Because here's the thing, they were once part of Father's realm. And in order to keep this realm going, they have to have a few of us here. Because the dead, they can't just keep doing what they want to do without having someone to feed off of. Because there has to be this, they have to have a fuel source. And without us here, there is no fuel source. They can't feed off of themselves. So there has to be a certain number of lambs here. Otherwise, this realm can't even exist here. So you're not in the wrong company. You're doing everything right. But Father made it clear that you're in the world, but you're not of the world. So go out, lift others up. But first and foremost, lift yourself up and start speaking congratulations over your life. Even if, here's the thing, even if they take you out of this realm, which they're trying to do me, then you're just going back home anyway. Every single saint, even Jesus himself, had that same lot. They did it to John. They chopped his head off in prison. This is how serious this is, because they kind of feel like they have everybody. And, when they look at us, these demons that are running them, or these fallen angels that are running these people, they see the truth and what they lost, or what they were exiled from, and they're angry. So they want to take it out on us. But it's not our battle. The battle is the Lord. But I disagree again with my father saying, you just give it to him. If you're a spiritual warrior, you got to fight. And how you fight is prayer, speaking up. You don't touch them, but you make them aware that you're not accepting this nonsense anymore. You don't have to. It's your birthright to be blessed. You're a child of the Lord. You are here to be blessed. It doesn't mean this realm is going to be easy. And I'm not going to say that, when you start talking these affirmations over your life, that all of a sudden your life is going to be, it's not. But you'll start to you will start to attract more things that are, show you like what you believe about yourself. So if you start believing you deserve good things, you're going to have better things come to you. You're going to be persecuted still, because the persecution is like a, Father's refining fire over your life. And, you're not going to have everything that they do, but meaning by this world. But, you gotta look at them too, even as they age. They look old, because like the life is not really in them. They're here, but they're really not here. And if you're a scapegoat, you probably look well young for your age. It's because there's life in you. So you're not spiritually dead. And the physical body is an attribute of the spiritual body. They go hand in hand. And that's another reason why they want to invade our space so bad, is because basically they see this beautiful spirit and they want to put their stuff onto it. They want to push it into us because they don't want to deal with it. That's what it really boils down to. It's two parts. Taking our energy and taking our power and infusing us with that negative energy that they don't want to work on. So here's the thing, once you get to the place where I am, and like many other target, you don't want these narcissists anymore. You have no use for them, like meaning you're not trying to attract relationships with them. You can see right through them. And honestly, they probably, when you weren't healed, they probably were attracted to you highly because you had like this huge source of supply. But now that you're creating barriers for yourself, and you're standing in your power, and you're speaking your truth, and you're setting boundaries and limits, they will not be attracted to you anymore. You've reached beyond that level. Now they will want to harm you, and because like you represent the other side of the coin. They're the minus, you're the positive, you're the plus side. You're the heads, they're the tails. So they will try to harm you. Just separate, stay by yourself. Here's the thing, when you're under Father's grace, you're never alone, and you don't even need this world. You don't even care if, like I said in another video, if you have cheap Walmart sneakers, which I say that because I'm wearing that, you don't need this stuff anymore. This stuff is an illusion to keep you from who you really are. What makes you you? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Does your car make you? Does your sweatshirt, does your shoes? No, that spirit inside you is what makes you you. And that's what you deserve in a partnership too. Like if you're going to get married, you need to be with somebody that sees that's beautiful spirit of truth in you, and has that beautiful spirit of truth, because a plus and a minus they don't balance each other out. So if you're with a minus, they're just going to drain your energy. And then where are you back? You're back in that role again as black sheep. You're back in those addictions again. So you have to be with somebody that lifts you up. And those people, you'll be highly attracted to them. If you meet somebody, say for example, and they've been through this cycle of abuse, oh my God, you'll both like just want to be together, and it won't be based on sex. It won't be based on Netflix and chill. It will be based on two people that see this beautiful soul they've been looking for their whole life, and that's what you deserve. So if you have separated from these types of people, don't let them back in, because, letting them back in is not going to solve the problem. They're never going to change, because like I said, in this system, you have to be this role. So that's not going to heal you. Set limits. set boundaries, speak up at all times, because when we speak up, we cut off the flow of energy to them. And separating from them is powerful, because it's like a cord. When you separate and they can actually feel that on a spiritual level, they're no longer getting your energy. They know that you don't care. So don't resist the role either. Don't call them and start fighting with them. Just separate. That's it. Just say that's not happening, and or say nice try, but it isn't happening. I want to hit on a few other things today. How do we meet people that meet our needs? Well, number one, we start meeting our own needs. So we start giving ourselves all the stuff that we were never allowed to have, like the self-love, validation, like I said, speaking out loud. We start honoring our needs in life and speaking our needs over our life to people. I need this, I need that. Because as long as you're in the role of looking to them for who you are, you're never going to have good things here, because you're letting the dead rule the living. You're letting people that are spiritually dead dictate your life, so it's never going to be happy. And also, you start looking to Father, say, what do you want me to do today? And he'll start putting people in your life that actually see you. And I don't mean see you physically, they see you spiritually, and they'll lift you up. So anyways, like I said in my previous video, I'm no longer with my Altima, which was like an amazing car, and I'm getting off topic here, but I did have a bad accident with it, and the choice was whether to still drive for Uber. The accident didn't happen on Uber, but the choice was whether to still drive or not, and I'm back out in full force. And there's something in us, scapegoats. We're resilient, man. We you put us down, we're just going to get it back up. But when we do get back up, we get up and we're stronger. So this is like a refinement process. And the people that are meant to be in your life are not going to be there immediately. So you have to do your work inside. And that means like setting boundaries, getting free of addiction, setting affirmations, powerful affirmations over your life, and being okay with people being angry when you do set boundaries. That's another one. Because a lot of times when they're used to having something from us and we start saying no, they're going to get really angry, because it's like a little kid, you're denying them of their toys, and you're not their toys. You're a sovereign adult human being that does not have to have the same choices as them. Because they're doing stuff wrong doesn't mean you have to do stuff wrong too. Their anger is really reflected from themselves. It's a projection of themselves that they're not willing to work on, so they have to have somebody to scapegoat. Don't let their projection be yours. Yeah, you're seeing, like I'm showing you a diagram. I rented a car through Uber to do Uber, which is kind of cool. They have a partnership with Hertz, so I'm at the charging station right now. Do I like it? Minus the charging, it's a wonderful car. And I'm very happy for Uber to give me the opportunity to even rent this car. So I've heard these horror stories. I'm getting off topic again about Uber being like the worst company to work for. But I'm here to say, man, anybody that's listening to this from Uber, you've been a blessing on my life. Just like I've blessed a lot of the passengers. They've blessed me too. Oh my God, man. I've met the most amazing people. And yesterday I was out driving this car, and I had a record of 37 rides in a day before. That was the most. And you guys will see that I did 42. And I challenged myself yesterday, because I said, you know what, I'm not going to accept limits here. Father's kids don't have to accept those limits. We're not part of this world system. We're his anointed here. And, when everybody else is, accepting what the world says, I'm going to accept what Father says, and that means his power is abundant. And so I went for it. I did the 42, and it was a great experience. I had almost every single ride was perfect. I had one bad ride out of 42, which is not bad. But I'm at Crossgates Mall, this place in Albany, charging this thing. Would I recommend buying one of these things? No, because my issue with this is this one does 265 miles, and then you need to recharge, and it takes like an hour. And that was the thing I did say to Uber too, like if this is your goal for 2030, which I'm not against, I understand like the zero emissions, whatever, but if we're all charging our Teslas up, who's out driving for you guys? And it's not Uber's. I understand where they're coming from 100%. There has to be a few gas cars out there still, though. That's my opinion. And they're going to do what they want to do. It's their company, obviously. But these are things that I think that have never been thought about. Well, who's going to be driving if we have all these drivers charging their Teslas? Or what happens if there's a power outage? But anyways, it's a great car. It's got this system where you let off the gas and the car automatically brakes. I had a passenger the other day say, oh my God, I haven't had my seatbelt on the whole ride. I said, don't worry, unless I actually physically try to get us in an accident where you're safe, where the car will not get in an accident. So they are pretty high tech. Even if somebody walks in front of your car, it shows you the person walking. It's wild, man. So all dibs to Elon Musk. You did a great job with these cars, minus the fact that they should, in my opinion, not one of them should go less than 500 miles without a charge. I also said this too, when I was having a talk with somebody on Uber, not an actual Uber representative, but just somebody that drives. I said, what happens when we get a trip to New York City and the thing runs out of charge and we're not near a charging station or somewhere out in the middle of nowhere? That's another issue that Uber needs to look in on. So do I believe they have their intentions are right? Absolutely. I'm very honored to drive for them. The best company I've ever worked for. But there has to be a certain amount of gas cars until they can get the charging system where these things can go, like I said, 500 miles without charging them up. Otherwise, it's a risk, to take a long trip. Yesterday they offered me a bunch of long trips, but I didn't take them because I know I'm not near. I don't know the charging stations either. I don't know where they are, But anyways, I hope that's it for about today. I hope everybody's having a blessed weekend. It's a beautiful weekend. It's raining here. I was going to lift weights, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. I have that and laundry to do. And I'm just going to go out and do some more rides for Uber. They have a bonus this weekend for 60 rides. And that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I started on Friday. And I did my 42. And my goal for today is to do at least 18, so I get the 60. And then they have, on top of that, they have another 10 ride bonus for an additional amount of money. So that would make it 70 total. So tomorrow will be a nice chill day, watch football, and do the extra 10 rides. But I have to do 18 tonight. That's my goal when I get to it, after I get the car charged. But like I said, I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Start speaking affirmations on your life. Set boundaries. Speak up. Don't be afraid if others hate you, because it's not your job for them to like you. It's your job for you to like you. Until next time, God bless you. I love you. Out to do Uber. Saying a prayer for everybody that is targeted or scapegoat. Don't give up. Your role is not of a scapegoat. You're an angel here. And that's why my site is called Earth Angel Ascension 222, but it should be Earth Angels Ascension 222. God bless you. Till next time, I love you. If anybody needs to talk, and set goals or help with this, dismantling from this world system program, then I gladly will help you. God bless you. Until next time, I love you.